The Optimus robot might be the boldest gamble Tesla has ever made, and Elon Musk isn't hiding it. He's openly betting Tesla's future on a humanoid robot, claiming it could unlock a market worth $25 trillion. That number alone raised eyebrows across the tech world, and now the pressure is even higher. Musk has confirmed that Optimus Gen 3 is coming by the end of the year, and according to him, this version is something special. The question is simple, but uncomfortable. What happens if this version doesn't live up to the hype? For Tesla, Optimus isn't a side experiment or a flashy demo. Musk has repeatedly hinted that humanoid robots could eventually be more valuable than Tesla's cars, energy products, and even full self-driving combined. That's why Gen 3 feels different. This isn't just another update. It feels like a turning point. Reports suggest Tesla has already gone through multiple internal redesigns, and Gen 2 was never meant to be the final commercial model. Showing it publicly wasn't confidence, it was strategy. If competitors copy Gen 2, they'll still be chasing yesterday's robot. One thing is clear, design is getting a serious overhaul. Gen 1 looked rough, exposed, and unfinished. Gen 2 was a massive leap, with sealed panels, smoother proportions, and a far more human-like silhouette. Now rumors suggest Gen 3 pushes this even further. Lighter materials, fewer exposed components, and tighter integration throughout the body. It's been said Tesla is experimenting with reducing metal in favor of advanced plastics and composites, not just for looks, but for efficiency and safety. A lighter robot can move faster, last longer, and operate more naturally in human spaces. But the most intriguing design change may be right where you least expect it. The head? Right now, Optimus looks almost blank. No display, no expression, no voice. That silence feels intentional, but temporary. There's growing speculation that Gen 3 could introduce a visual status system, possibly LEDs or a small display, allowing the robot to communicate information without speaking. Battery level, task progress, alerts all visible at a glance. It might sound minor, but expression is everything when humans share space with machines. A robot that looks aware feels safer than one that doesn't. And then there's the feature. Musk himself keeps teasing speech. The current Optimus can't talk. It can't make sounds at all. Yet Musk has repeatedly said future versions will allow full voice interaction, personality, customization, and natural conversation. He's even suggested the robot will learn your preferences over time, responding before you ask. If reports are accurate, Gen 3 could be the first version where Optimus actually speaks, not in a robotic scripted way, but conversationally, powered by advanced language models. Think less smart speaker and more physical assistant that understands context. That alone changes everything. A robot that can talk isn't just a tool, it's a presence. It could help kids with homework, explain the news to someone who doesn't use smartphones, or keep an elderly person company. With more people living alone than ever before, the idea of a robotic companion doesn't sound like science fiction anymore. It sounds inevitable, and Musk seems to know it. Still, conversation is useless if the robot can't actually do more. This is where Gen 3's hardware becomes critical. Musk recently confirmed a major hardware revision is coming, and many believe this refers to Tesla's next-generation AI computer. Often rumored as AI-5, reports claim it could deliver several times the computing power of previous systems while remaining energy. That means faster reactions, better balance, improved object recognition, and smoother motion. In short, a robot that feels less mechanical and more alive. The hands might be the most intimidating upgrade of all. Right now, Optimus already performs tasks most humanoid robots can't. Gripping delicate objects, handling fragile components. But Musk has claimed future versions will reach 22 degrees of freedom in the hands alone. That's a massive jump. With that level of control, Optimus could thread needles, play instruments, or perform fine motor tasks that even humans struggle with. Most robotics companies avoid making promises like this. Tesla doesn't. Of course, power brings fear. A humanoid robot that learns from watching videos naturally raises questions. What if it imitates something dangerous? What if it makes the wrong decision? Tesla insists safety is baked into the system, with strict software limits, controlled learning environments, and constant monitoring. The robot doesn't just copy actions, It analyzes intent, context, and risk. At least, that's what the company claims. And so far, there's no evidence suggesting otherwise. Then comes the real endgame. Tesla may not even sell Optimus at first. Hiring or subscription-based access has been floated, though nothing is confirmed. Some speculate a monthly fee could make humanoid robots accessible long before mass ownership becomes realistic. At the same time, Tesla's hiring surge in robotics and AI suggests something big is approaching fast. Job listings tied to Optimus have exploded in recent weeks. A classic sign Tesla is accelerating toward launch. Musk's vision is massive, almost absurd. Billions of humanoid robots. Factories producing them at a scale never seen before. Profits that make today's tech giants look small. If even a fraction of that comes true, Optimus could redefine what work means altogether. Dangerous jobs, repetitive labor, tasks humans were never meant to do, all handed off to machines built in our image. So now everything comes down to Optimus Gen 3. This isn't just another robot update, it's a statement. Either it proves Musk's vision is grounded in reality, or it exposes just how far the hype has outrun the tech. One thing's certain, by the end of this year, we'll know whether the $25 trillion dream was bold foresight, or the biggest exaggeration the tech industry has ever heard. And if Optimus Gen 3 delivers even half of what's being hinted at, the ripple effects won't stop at Tesla. Entire industries would feel it almost immediately. Warehouses, factories, construction sites, hospitals, all places where labor shortages already exist. Musk has suggested that Optimus is designed to step into roles humans either don't want or simply can't sustain long-term. Dangerous environments, repetitive tasks, jobs that grind people down over time. In that context, the robot isn't replacing humans, it's filling gaps that have been growing for years. What's rarely discussed, though, is how fast this transition could happen. Tesla doesn't move slowly when it commits. Once the company locks in a design, scaling is its real superpower. Gigafactories weren't built just for cars. Reports claim Tesla has been quietly preparing infrastructure capable of producing humanoid robots at an unprecedented rate. Musk has thrown out numbers that sound unreal, hundreds of millions per year, eventually even more. Most people dismiss this as exaggeration, but they said the same thing about Tesla's vehicle production a decade ago. Still, Gen 3 has to earn that confidence. This version is expected to be the first where Optimus feels complete rather than better balance, more fluid movement, longer battery life, faster decision. The goal isn't perfection, it's usefulness. A robot that can reliably clean, organize, carry, sort, and assist for hours at a time already changes the economics of labor. And if Tesla pulls off voice interaction and learning on top of that, the value proposition multiplies instantly. There's also a psychological shift happening beneath the surface. Humans are slowly becoming comfortable with machines sharing their space. Smart speakers were the warm-up. Autonomous vehicles were the stress test. Humanoid robots are the final leap. Musk seems to understand that acceptance matters just as much as capability. That's why Optimus isn't designed to look intimidating or industrial. It's meant to feel familiar, predictable, almost boring, until you realize what it can do. Critics argue that Musk is overpromising again, pointing to timelines that have slipped before. They may be right to stay cautious. Nothing about humanoid robotics is easy. The balance between hardware, software, safety, and real-world unpredictability is brutal. But Tesla's advantage has always been vertical integration. When something doesn't work, the company doesn't wait on suppliers. It rebuilds the system itself. That's exactly what seems to be happening with Optimus behind closed doors. What makes Gen 3 especially fascinating is that it might already exist in some form, just like Gen 2 was quietly developed while Gen 1 was being shown off. There's a strong chance Tesla has been training and testing Gen 3 in controlled environments for months. That would explain Musk's confidence and the sudden acceleration in hiring. You don't staff up like this unless you're close to something tangible. And then there's the long-term vision that makes people uneasy. Musk has openly talked about a future where humanoid robots outnumber humans, not as a threat, but as infrastructure. A new layer of society that handles the physical world while humans focus on creativity, decision-making, and connection. It sounds utopian to some and unsettling to others. But visions like this are rarely judged accurately in the moment. They're judged years later, when the first version quietly works. So when Optimus Gen 3 finally steps into the spotlight, it won't just be another product reveal. It'll be a test of credibility. A test of whether Tesla can once again turn something that feels impossible into something routine. If it succeeds, the way we think about work, assistance, and even companionship could shift overnight. And if it doesn't, then the $25